Welcome back to the channel, Trim Men for Women. That's right. If you stay trimmed, the ladies will flock to him. But hey, of course, as always, every week we drop in a new video, a new topic, because y'all love it at this point. We're growing rapidly, and your boy just got his cut. Thanks to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Got to stay fresh. Also, before we get into this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so I can know what topics to cover next, so we could just have a rolling ball of information. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. Alright, so you want to know if she's interested in you for you, and maybe not the things that you do, even though you should be always doing something, keeping yourself busy, because when you're not, you tend to fall into this hole. And you don't want to go and dig yourself a hole you can't get out of, my guy. Well, for starters, if she's consistent with you when you're not at your best, and that would make things be like sticking around, maybe when you're, not financially all the way where you want to be, maybe you're tired, or like, I don't like to use the word depressed, but like, just not happy in your everyday life. Another thing is like, she's not pulling away when you're like trying to open up and be a little bit more vulnerable. That's a good sign from her, because typically I don't usually like to throw my feelings out there, but if she could actually sit down and listen to your feelings and not shy away or look at you weird, that's a pretty good sign, so that she likes you for you. Now, on the other hand, if she only shows up when you're doing well, or posting on the gram, or maybe just all kind of things are going your way, that could be a red flag, because that's a sign of she just wants to be around because you have emotion. And a saying I heard before, and it stuck with me, was, you got all this bread, you throwing it in the water, all the fishes and turtles are coming and getting some, but when you ain't got no more bread, the water's still, ain't no fish around. So just keep that in mind. Now, if she is interested in the real you, she might ask about your values, maybe even your past, like how you came up, or even like what you were into before y'all even met, She might even ask about your dreams, goals, ambitions, and whatnot. That's a pretty good sign that she's into you for real. And it's not like just surface level things like your favorite color or what's your favorite food and stuff like that. So keep that in mind as well. And what normally keeps a girl interested is because they're always trying to figure you out. That's like both sides. We're trying to figure each other out. So if she can kind of know what drives you, like what makes you keep getting up every day, hustling, grinding, then that's a good sign. Even though sometimes it can be a little tricky, but overall it's a pretty good thing, because she's actually interested and maybe wants to build something with you. So that's a good starter. Or if she's like genuinely interested into your inner world, that could be your mind, that could be your day-to-day life, because y'all probably aren't seeing each other a lot. So she doesn't really know all these things, but it'd be something good to let her in a little bit. Only if you like know her for a little bit, but like if she's new, you should shy away from that just a little bit, because you don't want to just spill yourself out to somebody and they take advantage or whatnot. So keep that in mind as well. Now, a big indicator if she likes you or not would be something like if she's listening to you even when you're not entertaining, like even when you're not uppity, or you could be just sitting in each other's energy honestly and just vibing out. Some people like to read books, maybe watch Netflix or something on your phone. As long as y'all are together, she probably feels comfortable being around you if y'all made it that far. But if y'all are like just seeing each other in the beginning, it could be, again, iffy. And she could probably be looking at the little things you do, which means she's like studying you almost. So you always want to give a good representation of yourself, I like to think. Another thing would be like if she talks about you and not just like us, or like what y'all got going in the relationship and what she wants out of that, but more so level-headed and seeing where you may stand, things like that. And it's like she compliments who you are and not just like what you do or what you do for her or what you do for the relationship in whole. So, and for example, she might say things like, oh, I like the way you think, or it's easy to be around you, not just what you're so providing and what you're not doing, And another thing, if she's into you, she wouldn't be like so stuck on what you're providing or your status, such as like what kind of car you drive, not always worried about your money, Because at the end of the day, she should be getting her own money as well, and you should definitely be getting your own money too if you're trying to talk to somebody or build something with someone. And if she can respect your hustle, you know what I'm saying, at least you're trying to get out there, because some things are out of our control. Now granted, like I said, you shouldn't be trying to talk to somebody if you flat broke, but if you got a little job or something going for yourself, it's okay to get out there, you know, experience. But just always want to watch out for people overly trying to be in your life for the things you do and not for you, you know, treating you like an object of such. Now another way to tell if she likes you or not is like, let's say like we all have flaws. If she can embrace your flaws and not like weaponize them or throw them against you, like, oh, you broken this and this and that, or oh, you know, stuff like that, without like throwing it in your face. Like, we all have flaws, you know what I'm saying? It's not just looks. It could be things that we do, things that we don't do. But if she's like constantly throwing it in your face, that's not cool, because at the end of the day, she doesn't care about your feelings or how you feel. She's more so worried about maybe herself, or like just forcing you to be better or forcing you to be different. And at the end of the day, it's just not in some people. Like, some people just can't change, you know. It's not easy to change. You know, we're comfortable in our ways and doing what we do. And if she can make you feel safe while everything's not perfect on your end, and you can feel secure in y'all's relationship, she definitely likes you, and you should really try changing. Even if it's like small things, big things, just, you know, we always want to grow. I wouldn't say change as like, maybe if she's trying to make you do bad things or something. Of course not, but it's like, as far as growing and elevating, you definitely want to keep trying to do that in life, because that's what it's all about. And another thing is like, if she's encouraging your growth, you know, like, oh, I'm proud of you, you know, you're doing so much better from when I first met you. Even though that can sound a little harsh, but at the end of the day, that's just what it is. You know, we always growing as people, so that's a good indicator that she likes you. Like, she respects your, like, your independence, even if y'all's path may seem a little different, because at the end of the day, we're two different genders. You know, we don't think the same, we're not the same. So it's like, for instance, like, she may be going to college, but you're like a blue collar worker or something, and you know, you're working every day or something. At the end of the day, you hustling, making your money, you doing something that's better than nothing, because you could be doing nothing, or you could be doing some crazy stuff, who knows what. But as long as she can encourage your growth and stick there on your side, that's a good thing. And if you're unsure with how things are going, just try to pay attention on how she reacts when things are boring or inconvenient. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not always going to have ups. There's ups and downs. And if she can stay with you through the downs of a relationship, then my guy, you got yourself a keeper. And y'all should work things out, because you don't want to keep starting fresh with people. That gets repetitive and boring, and also it could like take the life out of you. So if you're with somebody, I encourage y'all to stick it through, communicate, work together. And I hope this video helped in a way, all the tips that I provided with y'all, because they help me, they work for me. That's why I'm giving y'all this information in the first place, for my young adults, teens, and even grown-ups at this point, because we're all not perfect. So I'm just trying to spread a little bit of light on the male side, because the way things are going in 2025 is looking a little crazy, you know what I'm saying? So just watch out for all the fake and stay great. Wait to see y'all in the next one. Peace.